This is the world's first case with 508mm fans, or 20 inches if you're normal. Everybody knows that as a gamer, you want to have your PC as cool as possible. So after Googling and asking ChatGPT how to be cool for the past 30 minutes, I finally came up with a plan. I had a spare computer lying in my closet. The parts of it came from my first gaming computer that I ever built back in 2016. But it had a new addition in it, and it was the GPU. There was just one problem.
The fan is not spinning, dude.
And my brain isn't spinning because not even 1% of y'all are subscribed. Like, how is that even possible?
See, but I didn't buy that GPU. And am I using my webcam as a microphone? Maybe. This was the original GPU, but it started bugging out, so I got my GPU from my friend Max.
What's this for?
You'll see. Could you turn on your webcam?
Turn on my webcam?
Yeah. You have to know what this is.
Is that the old graphics card?
Oh, a graphics card. Yeah, I guess it's semi-old. You know whose graphics card it was?
Mine?
I guess it was your graphics card, was it? So, what was wrong with your graphics card, Max? Please tell me.
I think pretty sure the fan stopped working on it.
The fan stopped working. Why did the fan stop working?
I don't know.
Any clues?
No, I have no clue.
Do you know what might be a solution for this?
No.
What if I show you something?
Okay.
Stay there. How does a custom-built PC case sound?
Why? What? What for?
To fix the graphics card.
Where are you gonna put the graphics card?
Input, output. His PC goes like right here. Alright, bet. This is where it would go.
Okay.
What do you think? Is that a good idea or what? It all started with a sticky note. No, don't get yourself wrong. This was not just an ordinary sticky note. This is where I wrote all of my ideas on my plan, my dream, my wish. The plan starts with 2 box fans. The bigger the better. And then a whole bunch of wood. And then we're gonna take these 2 box fans and we're gonna slap them together with the wood. Of course, we'll RGB the fans and make this thing the air tunnel of death. And cooling on the side. Now, before we just jump in and build a whole PC case out of nothing, we gotta test the original hardware and see how it works. I got it plugged into my test bench over here, which is hooked up to another computer, which is being test benches, but that's the actual computer. I've got a lot of computers. I've got a bad habit. It's a pretty bad. Let's go ahead and see if this puppy works. Light. As rock. Before launching the computer, the graphics card was at 40 degrees Celsius. But after playing a little bit of CS, it capped out at 86 degrees Celsius. Now, with all of the first test out of the way, there was only one thing left to do. And it was tear up the PC. Just tear it apart. Limb for limb. Watch out. After hours of reasoning with PSA, I finally got through, and now it's time to actually start assembling the PC. My plan was to start with the fans and get them all completed so that way we can mold the case to the thing. The first thing I did was struggle to unbox the fans. Gosh. Alright. They're weirdly shaped. This is when I realized that most box fans have feet. Oh my goodness. Don't worry, we're gonna tear you up. Next, I just kind of wanted to put everything together so that way I could see the vision. Oh, freaking yeah. Yep. After a light discussion with the fan about the importance of feet, it was time to do one of the big steps of the PC, the RGB. This baby required 2 50-foot RGB light strips. So I don't know if y'all have noticed or not, but most of the videos on my channel aren't like this. Maybe besides my server video, which you can check right here. But after this video, I'm really gonna figure out the direction I wanna point my channel in. So let me know what y'all think about this one. Here's how it looked after getting it done. It looks pretty clean and it lined up almost perfectly. Let's give this baby a test. There's something something a tiny bit wrong, but I think it's gonna work. This is a different PC, but we're using it to test right now. Here we go, powering it on. Oh my gosh. That is crazy. Look at this RGB stuff. And then we turn off the PC. So there were a couple of kinks in the system, but that's something that I would do a lot of thinking about to fix in the future. But let's do some finishing touches on the fan and then we'll get into it. So since I wanted both of the fans in the case pointing the same direction, one of the wires would be sticking out of the fan unless I move the wire the completely opposite way. So that's what we were doing with this fan right here. Here's one of my favorite comments on Instagram. I'm a big fan. That's really funny because we're working with two big fans. Now we just gotta glue that puppy down, get it out of the way, and cut a hole for it. That's just art. Now that the fans are completed, we're going to get to the scary part. This is the part where I'm literally going to risk getting kicked out of the apartment.
Oh, wow.
It literally got so loud at one point I had to record from the outside just to see what is up. This process had so much cutting and vacuuming and cutting and vacuuming and measuring and cutting. This is kind of high key to play. And vacuuming. Now, finally that we got all the cutting out of the way, we can start screwing stuff together. This was a little challenging because I had to do it by myself, but basically I just used a 90-degree tool and stood it up and used other stuff to help keep it straight, and then I screwed it in. Also, I couldn't fit my drill at the very bottom, so that's why I'm doing this weird, stupid thing where I'm twisting it over, but just because the floor was preventing my drill from drilling the bottom one. But like I was saying before, this channel has mostly been just me uploading stuff that I really enjoyed, and me playing video games, me building computers. I was mostly advertising me and not content. So my idea was that I would screw the walls into the bottom so that way they could stand on by themselves, and then I'd put the fans into the middle and use liquid nails to glue the fans into the sides and then have the top panel squeeze it together. Okay, I'm back. But I have lots of ideas for this channel in the future, and I think I'm going to turn away from just playing games. I don't know if I want to start a separate channel for that or keep uploading them to this channel. I want to know y'all's thoughts. So after drilling a hole through the side of the case so that way I could route all the wires, I finally wanted to put it together to do another test run. And this is when we ran into the problem again. Notice how it keeps getting turned on and off? Like your mother. So let me explain how this is currently working. So there are a couple of different options I could use to make the fans work with the case. I could rewire the fans completely, so that way I could hook it up to the motherboard and it would work with the fans. Or I could do none of that because I have no idea how to do that, and I could just use this. This is a special power strip. It has a control outlet, and if whatever is plugged into here gets turned on, then the rest of these get turned on. But the one problem that we're running into is that my old power supply would always try to draw power. So then all these other switches just kept turning on and off. So to get the fix, I had to get a whole new power supply. Check out what we just got. We finally got the replacement. Let's go ahead and open this puppy up, see what we got. Whoa, is that a magic pack? I guess we must. Well, that kinda sucked, not gonna lie. Now that we got the new PSU, it's time to put all the electrical stuff together. So I got these pipe hanger straps, and I got them so I could hang all of the electrical stuff on the side of the computer case. I'm not gonna lie, it was a struggle to get this stuff on there all by myself. But after we finally got it mounted on the wall, all we had to do was clean up the wires. Oh yeah, this dog can hook. We are finally getting to the last parts of the case. The only thing left is the false wall and the top. Yeah, that's it. I started off by taking my motherboard, putting a paper behind it, and then using a Sharpie to go in between each of the holes so that way I make a template and I can drill out that template onto the wood. I think we're perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, the time is here. I think it's done. I think it's done. The build and the ultimate gaming PC case has arrived. Oh my gosh, it's freaking done. Okay, I might have lied. There's actually one more thing left to do. Oh yeah, lick black pantyhose. But not for the reason that you think. Have you ever seen a man sew and watch football at the exact same time? Because that is crazy. Look at this. Right now I'm sewing 2 ripped shreds of pantyhose together. But the reason I'm doing this is so that I can create a custom air filter for my PC. Putting this bad boy on, it was pretty obvious I did not have enough, and I didn't want to redo it. Oh, yeah. Man, that looks good. All right, so we finally got the PC here. It is all set up. It is ready to go, but we're going to start off with the decibel test. So right now, when I'm not talking, we're getting around 30 decibels. So let's go ahead and turn this thing on. We got the GoPro on. Check out the GoPro. Also, we got the temperature right here in the front. We got 71 degrees and 73 degrees inside the case. So let's go ahead and turn this puppy on. 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh! Decibels have been doubled. They have doubled in the press of a button. We are getting around 60 to 70 decibels. Oh, we got the screen! It's time to do some serious gaming. Here we go, Chet. Here we go. Oh my gosh, we're freaking in. Let's go ahead and get a little base temp check. 28 degrees Celsius. That is so much cooler than what we started at last time. Oh my gosh, that is so cold. 28 degrees. CPU is throttling, dude. 27 degrees. We're dropping in temperature. If y'all want to see me do this on better hardware, y'all gonna drop a like. If we get to like 1,000 likes, I'll think about it. I don't want to ruin any hardware. Look at that baby. It is blowing cold air on the back of my calves. We need more coffee. Oh, we're freaking in. I literally just joined, dude. We're in. Here we go, here we go. What? Fake news, I said. Oh, got him. Got him. Got him. Got him. Holy, I'm cooking. No! Oh, we got second. First loser. Let's do a temp check. Temp check time. 65 degrees. That baby is cool. And now that I stopped using it, it's dropping even lower. We're at 59, 58. It is great success. What a machine. A workhorse. Oh my gosh. This thing is goated.